Well,
oh look, I hit it. Nice. All right, so the game's live. Let's get this one underway, Hugo.
good idea, good idea. I'm going to unfollow while I can real quick, now that we're in.
Thank you there. I'll throw us back on a pause. Mark my words.
I believe it. Tech in the second. Double nades for Navi, expecting to see them denying the bomb plant in this round.
Yeah.
We'll see what site it comes down to.
I mean, I already know what Astralis talent are going to do here.
You think
right?
they're going to go A?
I think they're going to go A. And I think when we have the rifles come out, they're going to go A slowly with this ramp control where they boost over the smoke that comes in.
Yeah, it's a worry, right? Like, have Astralis got more depth to show us today? Now, on the bright side, Harry, Mister's in the server, and he was excellent on this map in his debut. A little quieter yesterday, perhaps, but I've got faith in the Mister story. Void, he's got a pistol and put it in the face of fear. 5-on-4, Navi. They're here with the nades, but too little too late. They never were able to stop the bomb plant. I don't really know what happened with that, why it didn't go through. But instead, with Astralis backed up, playing safe, there's almost no way that Navi can win this round, right?
Yeah, they tap the bomb. That's going to force some peeks out. And
okay.
Hugo. Oh my God, it is a bloodbath. However, Alltech's going to come in and restore some normality. Ooh. It's a nice try for Headtrick and Monacy, right? 4 out of the 5 kills needed there. It looked like they were about to just swoop in and 4v5 that without even losing a man. But then that's where Alltex and Void are able to claw that back in favor of Astralis talent.
Yeah, terrifying round though. That resmoke at Crane causes a lot of problems. Luckily, our Astralis are able to answer them. And Navi are forcing up, so yeah, I expect this to be a competitive game, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How competitive?
How competitive? Or
how competitive, if you really want me to nail down my...
Well, you want
I know I do mumble some words. It's sometimes a nasty habit.
You want me to give you a specific scoreline? Like that's based on anything?
Yeah, you were good, you can do it.
16-3 to Navi.
That's not competitive. I'll text some Vigo with a couple of kills. They will trade back the early Deegan scout damage, although it's still the advantage lying with Navi Jr. Even the way that they approach this second round gets me nervous because it suggests that they really know the Astralis talent game plan, right? Everyone fighting through that ramp smoke, just spamming the living hell out of it. Oops. And it nets them a bunch of kills.
They missed their sandbag molly.
Yeah, that's not ideal, right? Because now you actually have to check sandbags manually.
Ah, forget it. No one's there.
Okay, that's a nice nade. That's a lot of pressure removed. You're no longer in this 2-on-3. Even just looking up at the top of your screen and seeing a 2-on-2, it's like a sigh of relief, right? You know that you can just trade this round fairly and you should be onto a winner.
Yeah, Navi have grenades to make things weird here. Maybe they can nade the bomb plant. That's if Astralis try and plant. Right now they're creeping up with the smokes down. They've got a lot of room. Cynics is waiting. He's about to call his teammate back who's gone a long way away, and that's a bit of a shame. That nade now out of position as Astralis get the bomb planted. Cynics can't catch that player standing back up, but he may be able to stop him leaving the site. Oh dear, there's the kill. And now only one man, Altex with the AK, 1-on-2. The nade he's thrown has done good damage to Cynics. He just needs to finish it off.
Cynic's getting on the bomb. Headtrick deleted, getting up on top of default as well. Cynics is now looking for this kill. He's going to lock it in with the Deagle. No. Wide on the swing, and he catches Alltex mid-spray. I don't know how he wins that out without even, succumbing to the one bullet that would have been needed to remove the guy.
Impressive.
So Navi Jr. steal the round right back, and suddenly, Hugo, you looked into your crystal balls. You said 3-16 for Navi Jr. Well, they're on the one on 16. Yeah, I said that backwards. But yeah, I'm gonna look inside of my crystal balls. I say 16-8 Navi Jr.
Yeah. Now, in reality, for those wondering, basing that off nothing.
Yeah.
And anyone who ever predicts a scoreline is also basing it off nothing. Let's get some fruit.
Some team comms.
Let's get some team comms. Let's jump in.
Подай, отошелся под Б1. Подай. Выкатил дым, чел. Скилл, я под Б чел.
Можешь мне нужен?
Я по смокам Кэрри, вану, осторожно. Я сника под Б, парня.
Желтый может быть.
Ты смокнуть сможешь? Рампу.
Смотришь меня, есть? Флэш? Мид один близко, с калашом.
Смок АК. Я бой забрал, можешь в окно отойти.
Не приехал.
Рампу не видно. Я пока бы смотрю. Желтый аккуратно.
Я
Я
под
в
дым
окно
отдал.
отхожу.
Да. Я в рукав иду.
Давай. Я сейчас заберу. Пересмакнул. Вкуснее же.
Пуст под окном убил.
Иду.
Магнус
Хорош.
заходит. Я спрятался за тройкой. Докидывает
Я
Б.
с тобой, я с тобой. Докидывает Б, да?
Дал дым единица. Один дым. Не заходит пока.
Забери мидл сюда.
Один дым давал.
Да, может на единицу быть.
Я пройду. Подвись.
Дал флеш лампу.
Чё под окном может?
Осторожно, единицу упор. А, не вижу.
Под окном может быть.
Я реложить? Флешка есть
Давай.
сюда?
Нет. Я в рукаве стюартом. Под окном.
Давай.
Убил под окном.
Хорош, еще осторожно,
Слева
не
смотрю.
вижу. Два. Я дал флеш. Так, а
Два
убил.
вышли. Да, да, да.
Еще
А,
один
это
желтый,
тип
я
сюда.
отскочил.
Еще
Дальше
желтый.
желтый. Я на
Сейчас флеш
7.
от КТ дам.
Да, я
Или
за ящиком
надо?
спрятался. Не, тишина. Два.
Против.
Два.
Годворков. Санды.
Выживай. Флешка
Я
за
Какая в санды?
Флешка
Он
за дал.
спиной.
Дань живи.
Пикну санды по-твоему. Окей, я на 9.
Можем дабл пикнуть его.
В планте. Готов?
Давай.
Я пика. На 7.
Хорош. Хорош. Сильно.
Калашка сзади. Хорош.
Little force buy goes the way of Navi, and look what they've done with it. Now they've run away with the start of this map, picking up a 2-1 lead, putting Astralis onto full eco. Oh boy. These are how those games spiral out of control very quickly. Gonna need to see Glocks here. So Navi expected to go 3-1 up. And all about keeping it clean here.
Yeah, just a chance to make some money, and we all relish in those opportunities. There's one flash to try and get these Glocks into the B site. It better be the best damn flash you've ever seen if it's going to get you anything in this round. They're double boosting up onto the plywood here. Cynics can't see this from this position, right? Even if they climb over, he's got no idea that they're this close. But the flash goes amiss, and it actually blinds Vesta. But not the CTs back in the bomb site. So not really what you wanted there. That's the advantage of playing around that pillar over at back default, right? You can dodge flashes around it, as Cynic shows there. And so we have the 3-1 that we were looking for. Now we get that reinvestment for Astralis talent. Hugo, did you see that big DZ update?
Danger zone?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, man. I mean...
No, I know what you're doing with these.
nuts!
I knew it was coming. You think I'm going to miss a patch notes,
Yeah.
Harry? Don't be a fool.
Yeah, true. There's something to that. You know, you can make that work. Look at this. We got the AKs up towards ramp. Astralis talent doing what they often do on these T sides. They respect this ramp smoke. They wait behind it. They boost over the top of it a lot. Keep out for that.
Those are things that Navi I have to be aware of. We've seen teams that have played Astralis and just seemingly like forgot about that. Like if you've watched Astralis play this map, you've watched them boost.
Yeah, right.
And they do it every round.
The way
so...
I look at it is like, you know, we watch all these games every day, and like if that's something I'm noticing, then my God, I hope the teams have noticed it as well,
yeah.
right?
But they're going right through. They're
Yeah.
not looking to boost this time around. Astralis, they'll do a little trolling, and we'll see how it turns out as they walk through this one. It's
called We Do a Little Trolling.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what it is. Moving up on yellow, and Fia trying to instill some on this A site. 3 guys have made it to short, and none the wiser are Navi. No one's watching. What is this, Monzi? Hello? Doesn't realize it's just been crept on Fear. They won't expect another guy in the same place with the same face, but he won't do it. And now on Care, going through the smoke, playing with fire. He's going to have to group up with his team and play retake.
Yeah, no choice. Oh, wait, they're going through. They flashed through. And with a second smoke down, they can only peek wide on this site. They can only challenge the ramp side of this take, but it's given them an avenue back in. Mister's going to keep it in the advantage of Astralis talent. And he even closes the round out.
Headtrick got shot by his teammate, and he was just about to kill the default guy, but he got shot from behind, and it made him like panic. He stopped, he looked back at ramp. He seemed to be like surprised by that damage. If that didn't come through, I honestly think that's a Navi round. I honestly think that he gets that default kill, and it all just falls apart there for Astralis. But that one bit of hesitation on the re-flash back in, on the push into the site, it's very risky for Navi to make that play and not just give it up in a 3-on-3 and play retake, but It was winnable. Honestly, with the orb. They got kind of pranked last round with that short walk, right? That was kind of the last thing Navi were ready for. And so a nice little adaptation by Astralis talent, something different. Head trick in middle. As said by Halvo, he's had a bit of a swap of setup, and timing doesn't do him any favors. He jiggles and gets repeaked by Vesta. Oncare's going to give it up. Cynics knows it's splitting B, but which will come first? As he looks back towards the ramp, he falls. Oncare trying to cut off the rotate. Oh, the jump up actually stops him from being able to chase that kill. Now m0NESY needs to be aware, and he's not. Mr. grabs that frag, and now this retake should be undoable.
Oh yeah, that's rough, man. I thought m0NESY, you know, would have been a little more cautious, considering Oncare saw this player up close. Fear's left trying to save the AWP, and Astralis talent are chasing him down. He's dropped this little smoke, and it's pretty smart. Look, it's kind of misdirected them away from him still floating around CT here. They check for him, though, and the barrel betrays him. Vigo spams him out. And so Astralis talent, 3-3. This is a nice look for the Danes.
Yeah, it's a good start. Remember, this is off the back of Navi winning that second round force. So even better is the scoreline for Astralis with all the context. Some awkward timings in that round for Oncare and Headtrick alike, and that's going to leave Navi on the back foot. Not just in rounds, but in weapons as well. USPs. Wow, wow. They're going to walk up on A. All 5 players for Navi stacked together. Waiting for Astralis to commit. Astralis, you know, in this game already, they've proven to not
Run
just
boost.
Okay.
Oh, that's saucy. Nice. Void was not ready for that. That's the AWP as well.
Yeah, just take B.
Vesta can't even watch it. He needs to get that bomb. They will get it. They will get it. But the AWP is out of there and onto m0NESY. He's got his little USP guardians around him. I'm not on about the skin. I'm on about, you know, they're like guardian angels with USPs. But this is just going to be a save for Navi Jr. And hell, man, you can't argue with it. You get out the round with an AWP. You came into it with $0. You leave it with almost 5,000. There ain't much that you wouldn't do for 5 grand, is there, Hugo?
I mean, depends who's offering.
Why does that matter? Why does it matter? You know, the money's still
what
the
they're
same.
offering is depending on who's offering, I would guess.
Yeah, that's true. Would you like go live in the Arctic for like a year for 5 grand?
For 5 grand, no. For a year.
That is a lot of time.
The worst salary I've ever
Yeah, that
heard.
is actually pretty. That's like
you
less
had
than
me
minimum
answered.
wage.
I was saying yes until I heard the number. Yeah, maybe.
But like, it's a sick house. You know, you get like a sick house in the Arctic.
They call them igloos, Harry.
No, dude.
They're not that
You know, you get like a whole ice palace.
Ice palace. Yeah, I spent some time in the ice cave in Moscow.
Yeah, we actually have been to the ice cave in
They told
Moscow.
me not to touch the ice.
Did you touch the ice?
I touched the ice.
Oh my god.
tell
I would
anyone.
not have admitted to that.
Don't tell anyone.
You know, I would not have admitted to that, Hugo. You touched the ice.
I wasn't the only one, Harry.
No, I saw a lot of people touch the
Did
ice.
you touch the ice?
I didn't.
Wow.
I respected the sign.
Wow.
Because I trust them that when I'm in a big cave made out of ice and they say, look, whatever you do, don't touch the damn ice. I didn't.
Well, I
Push
did,
my luck.
and we're both here right now. So I'm the one with the experience.
Yeah,
the one
man.
Without,
It
and
must have felt sick. Did you like
No, it felt
absorb? Was there
cold.
like a transfer of knowledge between you and the ice? Did you feel smarter? No one else is gonna even. No one else even knows what the ice cave is, Hugo. We're the only ones
even
with
better. Even better.
with a mental. Google Moscow ice cave. Alexa, make it happen.
Right, let's jump into another gun round. AWP's out on either team, and m0NESY try to put his to use on A. Deep peek. Through the smoke, sees nothing. Got a bit of gap over the top. That's a nice shot for Void. He might follow up.
Oh,
You
we can
m0NESY,
see,
he
yeah.
can, yeah, further from the angle. Favored in that fight. And F in chat for Navi Jr. in this round. 3-on-5 from the get-go. Someone's got to save him.
Oh, but it's only getting worse, Hugo. Sometimes in trying to solve problems, you make the issue worse.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's a famous saying. Sometimes you just let problems be problems.
Yeah, just let them build up. Don't solve them and you can't make them worse.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think that's the moral of the story. On Cat, here alone. All alone. Just one guy, and Void is going to beat him on that ramp fight. Wonderful round from Void, right? The hat trick in it, 3 kills. Even spotting that Cynics is over here at A, and so he's just won the round through and through. He gets all the openers, and that bomb rotates into the safety of an empty B bomb site.
Yeah, I've actually liked this T-side for Astralis because it hasn't felt like they've just done what they've done in every game, which is a lot of, you know, walking A with 5, with 4, with, you know, numbers, waiting behind the smoke. You know, when they're smoked off at A, they're actually doing things elsewhere on the map. They're getting B stairs control, they're pressuring out middle. And we're seeing, you know, a lot of these rounds come down to all the kills coming for Astralis in all the directions. Or, you know, you're spotting stacks and you're averting them by going B. It's not been one-dimensional so far. It's been all over the place. So yeah, good signs for Astralis Talon right now. Let's see if they can keep building. For now, it should be good. Navi are broke. They don't even save the AWP. So Navi's stuck in this cycle of buying and then ecoing.
How do you feel about Headtrick being back in as well, Hugo? I know you were a fan of this guy. You and I both quite liked what we got out of him whenever he stood in for Pogolov. Yeah,
no, like the positions alone on this map, you know, do have, I mean, the evidence
it feels
is there,
like they
right?
complement it better with Headtrick in, right?
Yeah, the change of spots, putting on Caramonacy together is always nice, especially on a map like, you know, I don't think any other map, maybe I'm not thinking, tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think any other map is as focused on one site as Vertigo is. Like, you know, you don't have to only go A, but that is really, like, if you want to win, that's how you do it. So it's good having your 2 best players on the same site. Headtrick seems fine in middle. And again, going back to when we had Pogolov in this team, they did play Vertigo, they struggled. So, you know, results are there. I hate to say it, Harry, but if you look deep into the dessert, you'll find a bit of evidence.
Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. As long as you're not saying the proof is in the pudding anymore.
Oh, you're
allowed to say the evidence is in the dessert. That's like a variation on a classic. That's fine.
All right.
That's reinventing the wheel. And as we all know, the square only made it better. Monacy and Headtrick. Ooh, Monacy's deagle. There's one. Don't know how he hit it that quickly. But Vertigo will trade it out. And the other guys were going back to B with the bomb anyway.
A nice easy round for Astralis.
That deagle shot was a bit wild, wasn't it?
180 after it. Woo! Sheesh. Fast fingers, fast flicks. But still an anti-eco won by Astralis. And now we have a pause. It's a tactical, don't worry.
I think every you know, bi-weekly, Navi should have Simple and Monacy AWP 1v1 for 5 grand.
Every week.
That's my go-to number. 5 grand. You stay in the Arctic for a year, 5 grand. You beat Simple in a 1v1, 5 grand.
We need to start making these challenges easier for 5 grand, because then you'll get me interested. Open a can of beans, 5 grand.
Yeah,
Go outside, 5 grand. Yeah, man. I mean, if you're paying.
I used to know someone who had rich parents. Right now, this is
all right.
We're getting a bit personal here, but I don't care. I hate everyone from when I was in school. If I knew you in school, this one goes out to you. Screw you, man. Right. So, as I was saying, I knew this guy in school, rich parents, classic rich kid, right?
Yeah.
Used to get paid to bath. And so he would just like have like, you know, 2 baths a day. He'd get paid like,
wait,
I think
per bath.
Yeah.
I would just never leave.
He used to get paid 30 quid a bath. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Is he dirty? I guess not.
No, not a £30 a bath, you ain't, mate.
No, but before,
You're clean as hell.
Why would they pay him in the first place?
I don't know, mate.
Not bathing?
Kids are disgusting, and like rich kids are the worst. These are all valid criticisms.
I mean, you're getting very personal. I'm not touching any. I'm just touching the bath part. That's weird. Yeah, I'm just going to move on from that.
Yeah, look at this, right? So we got an empty B site.
Oh,
that's a quick shot from Monacy. And that might spur you back on. Like, don't get me wrong, he's low on health, but this Monacy guy and this On Care guy, I don't know. I've heard some good things about these two.
Let's see. Okay, he's got the read, the volley is good, and it's going to push a 1v1 his way. Now Modesty coming in, and you know, they can just take this on, 2-on-1. Vigo got the orb. As long as you play that trade game, you're good if you're Navi, but there's the freebie. Vigo grabs it, and he spots Modesty as well, dropped off the gens. Vigo waits, Deeg now, one shot, and he's going to get it. 7 rounds to Astralis Talent.
Astralis Talent should be very happy with this. Like, the amount of, like, little clutches that are going their way and, like, big impact rounds that are coming out of individuals here are just great. Like, we put a lot of onus on this head-to-head of Void and Monacy. Well, I think thus far Void has been doing a bang-up job on the AWP. Right, there's that round where he basically wins it single-handedly, gets 3 on the A site, secures the information as to the other players being there. That round where Vigo popping off, clutching it out in the 1v2. Like, man, this is a very composed-looking Astralis Talent. When you let them get on Vertigo, when you let them get on one of the maps that's been kind to them, and you let them play their own style, man, like they are a scary team. That's why I'm kind of scratching my head as to how we even ended up here. If you're Navi Junior, I think, you know, it's good to have confidence that you can beat this squad on any map, but as to how you ended up on like the one map that they can play, that's a bit of a head scratcher.
That's a very good point, right? Because like aside from this, we've actually not seen anything good for Astralis. Any other maps, like the only maps they have won in this event are Vertigo. They've played a few more. They've played in Ancient, they've played in Inferno, they've touched Overpass a couple of times, but they've all looked pretty bad, to be plain. So yeah, I feel like you're just making your job harder, right? Because Navi's map pool is actually pretty sick. Like, they seem to play, you know, they surprise us sometimes. The Ancient's incredible. Their Dust and Mirage are go-tos. So yeah, that is a surprise, I will agree. And Navi, hey, they're learning the hard way right now, Harry. Down a man, down by 4 rounds. Cynic's trying to get that refrag, can't do it, they're already out. We'll be re-aggressing with numbers. Good trade from Oncare, and he doubles up.
Nice.
How's he doing it? With the Deagle, 3 bomb guns, he's got it all.
That's not what was meant to happen. Finally, Vesta. Oh, thank goodness, Vesta. We needed some, like, that was a ballsy way to trade it, running through the Molotov and just full confidence, but it's worked, and it's what was needed in that situation. If you fell back and you let, you know, Oncare have a bit more time, Monacy would have been here as well, and these two would have had a gnarly crossfire set up. Instead, now Monacy's struggling to even watch this bomb, right, with the smoke on it. Astralis Talent can just walk in and try to grab this right from under his nose. He's retrieved one of these lost AKs. Now looking for the lineup onto the bomb. Oh my god, he's side by side with Vesta, and Vesta's going to win out the engagement. It's now just Fear all alone. He doesn't know it, but they're coming back to A. They're coming to him, and so he's going to try and reposition. He hears the footsteps. Can he get up short in time? Oh, he just gets there, just gets around the corner. And right now, Fear is making a big boy play. He is trying to win this round. He's trying to snatch it away from Astralis Talent, and if he denies the bomb plant, he could, but Void has got his back. Oh, Vesta bailed out. Void saves the day. Real good try from Fear. He even delayed the peak to make sure that if he gets that kill, there's no time to plant the bomb. He doesn't have to take another one of those fights if he wins it. But unfortunately, Void just a little too aware, a little too quick, and the shot's not whittling down the bomb planter fast enough. It's Astralis Talent up onto 8.
Scary round, right? Coming down to the wire, but hell, Astralis, they are building, they are doing the work. 8-3, double orb now for Navi. Things are getting desperate. It's a sign of the times. Void, 11-7, winning all his fights up on A. He's looking for more. Monacy's lost this engagement already, and he's looking pretty slow about it. Doesn't want to fall again. Missed shot through the smoke. Void just getting assaulted with flashbangs, and so it's pushing him away from Monacy. He's playing angles Monacy can't pick him in. And Monacy will wrap round short side instead. He does this a lot, you know, getting a shot off on ramp and then going short, hoping that T's don't expect the reposition. But no one's really fighting on A. Astralis Talent, very safe. What's that from Void? Okay, headshot response, don't know how, don't like, know why.
You have these two, like, hyper, you know, homed in and focused up AWPers against each other, and you just get shots that come in where you go, well, okay, that just happened. Monacy, though, is the guy to win it out. And I tell you what, with his AWP still present here at ramp, this ramp fight could be a bit of a challenge. We all remember that Monacy 4K at top ramp versus Furia Academy. It was near enough this exact same position. This time dropping off after I mean, it was right here. This was where he got his 4K versus Furia. This time, Astralis talent gonna flash him off the angle. He doesn't get another one of these highlight clips today.
Wow.
Well, not yet, right? They've staved it away for now.
They're all here. Navi is set up with 3 guys ready in the bomb site. They have 1 nade to try and do some damage to a planter. But that's actually on Cynics in middle, so forget that. It's all about the gunfights. Open plant as well. You can't get wall banged as easily, but you've got to stand up. Into the AWP they go. Missed shot this time around for head trick. Means Vigo claims another life. Monacy still standing. And he'll need to be to take down this T-side AWP, looking for another. Monacy holding, and oh, it's very close, but he can't see him. Even though he was in his vision, Vigo takes the kill, looking for more. 2 on 3, time's ticking, now it's all on Care, and they've got to feed him in order to lose the round. He hopes, he prays, but Astralis stay, and they win the round, 9 up. On Care just looking for this exit. There's simply no time.
Yeah, he's going to get all 3 in the 1-on-3 clutch, but no time for the defuse and dead to the bomb. Everyone in this server perishes in that round there. But that's all well and good if you're Astralis talent, right? Like, your money is totally fine. Navi Jr., you cannot say the same for them. They're at this big old deficit. They're losing rounds, and now they've got no money to make matters worse.
Yeah. Just trading right now. Buy eco, and we're back on the back foot for Navi. Maybe some flanks, right? Maybe some mid-control could be taken in a round like this, one where you can afford to take risks. Oh, they're pushing. Weston knows. He hears the steps. Warbang coming in. And, well, it won't connect. Navi is still here. Astralis are all over B. Altex has cleared it out. Double entry. That's lovely. Bomb can rotate, and Navi's aggressive A setup has now no value. Astralis are even here to cut off the mid-rotate. Altex is allowed to focus on spawn only, as his teammate is called, I'm covering con.
And look, man, like, if you're Monacy, if you're on Care, you guys are the stars of this team. That means you kind of, you carry this burden of having to be the high-impact players. Right now, both of them very, very quiet. And when Navi Jr. are winning, you've always got at least one of them finding success, right? You can't have a Navi Jr. victory with both your stars being quiet. There is a lot of attention put on these guys, and for right reasons. On Care trying to deliver the goods in this clutch. He gets a bunch of kills, but there's no time. Nice stuff for On Care to at least make it expensive and get out with the AK. And, if we can get more mileage out of him, I still have some faith in Navi Jr. to pull this back, right? I think it doesn't matter who you have, whether it's On Care or Monacy, you just need one of them showing what they normally show.
Yeah, Monacy has not been given any way into this game. I want to point that out. Like, Astralis has done a really good job of neutralizing that threat. Think about some of the flashbangs that have come through on this A site. The way that Astralis aren't going for the traditional A attacks that they do, right? With those predictable boosts, with just slow walks up ramp. No, they're using this one-way smoke. They're getting up short. They're avoiding Monacy, and so it is by design. On Care is still hitting his shots, right? He's still fragging out, even if it is not enough to win any rounds here for Navi. We got the boost up finally, Harry. Round 14, and our first boost for Astralis. Oh, Vigo saw someone there on the drop-off, but smoke phase, you don't want to be hanging around looking like lemons. Dangling from the lemon tree. Oh, Altex. There are angles to be found against Cynics, but he knows his spot well. This is not a new position for Cynics. And Astralis will have to force him out with utility. What do they got? Mollies towards the back of quad. Smoke up close. Navi replenish. And they welcome Astralis and they say, you want it? Come get it. And Astralis don't bite. Back they go to the A site.
Oh yeah, Monacy finally given these open sight lines that he's been waiting for. And he's going to get the opener, helped out by Fear. Navi Jr. might finally be on their way to breaking this big streak that Astralis talent have been on. Most notably, you're just lacking this utility that's often been instrumental at denying m0NESY these angles. And when you do give him free reign with the AWP, he's still looking as fast as ever. Drops the bomb over on short. This round, you know, shouldn't really amount to much for Astralis talent. Void will get that one kill. And so maybe there's a chance at a bomb plant here. You've still got a lot of players in this site, though. A lot of ground left uncovered. And there's the killing blow dealt to Astralis. Navi Jr., they keep 4 alive, they get 4 on the board, and that's pretty important, because if they'd lost that round, they would have had nothing going into round 15. At least now we get to have a round 15 that has full weapons for both squads.
Yeah, everyone's happy, except Astralis are happier, and they have good reason to be, with a double-digit T-side already on Vertigo. Navi going to just try and pick up what they can right at the very end. And the double AWP could help them do so. Head Trick still running a second. Warping in middle, nice and easy. Just set up and take your shots. Right now on B, it's a bit of a faster one. Cynic's calling for help. The flashes render him useless. Same case for Head Trick. Everyone's blinded. Head Trick with the lineup gets one, but they're already in the bomb site, and he's not going to hit the flick. Vesta in the smoke now, 2 on 3. m0NESY covering the cross. And he might be able to get one shot off before they plant. Oh, that's a quick dodge. Molotov will be too late. It might do some damage, but the bomb is down.
Yeah, fear of m0NESY. This is a 2 on 3. They've got to attempt, and that kill is now roping them in. It's enticed them. m0NESY making first contact. Fear far back now. Fear still has this utility as well. I would love to see some of that go in. So we've got the smoke for the cross. This molly going to cut off the Tetris angle, but Vesta peeks over the sandbags, leaves it all on m0NESY. Running out of time, running out of chances, and just the Deagle by his side. Vesta is going to make quick work of that round there, solidifying this 11-4 half for Astralis talent. You know, this for me all comes back to the veto. I am just still left kind of astonished that we've ended up on this map at all. I look at Astralis talent, I look at this squad as like hilarious, you know. I would say at most like a 2-map pool team, right? In terms of the results that they've been able to show.
They've only won Vertigo.
Yeah, and so it's like, even by giving them 2, I think I'm being generous, right?
So what's the second one? Because I actually don't know.
No,
yeah.
I just didn't want to say a 1-map pool team, because that sounds awful, but
well, you know,
at least in terms of the maps they've given us results on, Vertigo is the only one. So it's mind-blowing that this is the map we've ended up on.
We've not seen them on every map, of course. We've seen them on, I think, 4 maps, but yeah, out of those 4 maps, I mean, this is the best. We'll throw it that way. Yeah, but Navi, I don't want to delve too much into it, because you know, we've already talked about it, and at this point we're here now. I've got to make do with what we've got, but yeah, questionable decision. Navi definitely regretting it at this point in the game. 11-4 halftime. And the AWPing is going splendid for Astralis, right? Not just Void, but Vigo as well. Often that second AWP making good use of it when Void is out of the round. And m0NESY, he had a round right at the very end there, but might be a bit too little, and it certainly might be too late. Let's find out. Pistol round here. And Astralis, team speak to listen into.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And let's hear
Adam?
And let's hear into the Astralis Academy team speak.
Wow. Cringe. I'm coming tærs. You know?
Let's go, boys.
Det er ikke noget bag.
Det vil de gå bag. Jo, meget under. Jeg trækker. Det er
Der jumper.
Jeg holder lige på her. Kan bare holde gul her, Mikkel?
Ja.
Nice. De smukker nu. Dyb kold.
Ja.
Jeg holder lige på for jer. I kan pigge på min. De måler på os.
Måles, ja.
Lige på. Han er det alene. Han op mod jer, sand.
En mere.
2. En død.
Gul.
Wow, sin timing.
Der er en sand.
Det er helt
Jeg må lade mærke.
dårlig konsmuk til gengæld. Skal vi ikke prøve at søge? De smukker højere om. Skal vi ikke søge ud? Bombe ligger midt ud i det hele.
Ja, Kette lægger sand.
Kan du bruge som magisk her, Mikkel? Kan du bruge som magisk?
Den lige på rampe D for.
Ja. En sandbag. Jeg prøver at søge om sand her. Kan ikke se ham.
Jeg har en ekstra smoke.
Ja,
så spørger der ikke en tæt DPL.
Ja.
Der er så en tæt højere.
Ser ham ikke DPL.
Ja, de
Vi er nødt til at køre, boys.
Ja.
Jeg går frem og tjekker. Jeg holder sand. Ja, Pelle ser fri
Vi
ud.
skal frem.
Pas på tæt gul. Ikke nogen tæt gul.
Tæt gul. Bag smoke.
Lang gul, tilbage gul.
Gul og kran.
Kran.
Sand er kit. Tag kittet. Tag kittet.
Ikke noget.
Fuck. Kom igen.
Kom
lige over og tjekke sand.
Yeah, so Navi Jr. get the pistol round there. We get to hear that from the Astralis talent team speakers. They so cordially, welcomed us in.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Happy to be here. I'll be getting my Danish translators online after that one. All fun and games. Pistol round for Navi. Is there hope in this second half? They got the Galils out. The lols. And Astralis, of course, forced. No surprise here on CT side.
Oh, there's the opener for Monacy. And now Navi Jr. with all this control. Astralis talent start to take some gambles. They pull everyone over here towards this A-bomb site.
Oh, covered well, honestly. Everyone was blinded, man. Everyone was flashed out, but not Monacy. Standing strong, 3 kills. Altec's gone, and that's 4 for Monacy in the round. It's one way to get back in. Now, a positive KD. And a positive spray, Harry. Bit of love. You feeling the love?
Yeah, man. I'm only capable of feeling love as an emotion.
Only, nothing else.
Just love. Love and anger.
Love and anger.
It makes me a very volatile human being. Just flip-flopping between the two. Yeah, just pistols now. Vanilla pistols, Hugo. Why do they call them that?
Well, it's, vanilla. You use vanilla to describe something plain, something maybe boring, something...
Well, so here's something
default.
I will say. Vanilla itself has a delicious flavor.
Yeah, but I think it comes from the ice cream.
Yeah.
I think that's where...
Well, because if you get a good vanilla ice cream, like I'm talking like a Madagascar vanilla,
we're not saying vanilla's
like,
bad, Harry.
I'm talking some imported vanilla.
But vanilla isn't exciting. Vanilla is just very... Yeah, it's there. You know what you're getting. You get it.
Life pro tip, actually,
Yeah.
if you're ever looking to bake a cake, right? Because I love the taste of vanilla, right? And so I wanted to really make a cake taste like vanilla. So I poured a bunch, and I mean a bunch of vanilla.
He means more than a bunch.
I mean like 2 bottles of vanilla extract into this cake because I really wanted like the vanilla taste to come through.
This is true.
Turns out vanilla extract is shockingly high in alcohol content because it has like, alcohol in to keep it pure or whatever. I don't know how it works, but really alcoholic. So if you mix the two, just go measured on the vanilla. Don't go 2 bottles. The cake will be inedible, and it will make you feel awful.
Yeah, did you get drunk off of... Oh, okay, Monacy, chill, bro.
Yeah, man,
Boyd was holding that.
That's kind of cracked.
Boyd was holding that for Monacy as well. Oh. Yeah, did you get drunk off the cake?
Mate, I felt like a demon had possessed me for 24 hours. I'll tell you that much, Hugo. Yeah. It was not a nice feeling. So there's something, any bakers in chat, just be careful with the vanilla extract.
If they are bakers, they probably know not to use 2 bottles of vanilla extract in their baking. But what do I know? I'm not a chef. Honestly, he's cooking up a storm in the kitchen right now. Hetrick's very lucky to be alive. Even the numbers now in a 5-on-4, Navi can group A. And Astralis are locked out. No one playing in the site, especially not after that one. Mister just swinging wide. And he's going to go down. One more man takes his position on the boost. And ooh, they're surprised by that one. Vesta pokes his head out for a refrag. 4-on-3. Smokes are down. There's still one side unsmoked, but m0NESY is covering for that, meaning Cynics can stick the bomb.
Yeah, and it's just a save for Astralis talent. They don't even want to give this 3-on-4 a go. Not really what you wanted out of your first rifle round, but oh, you can feel the Navi Junior comeback starting to build up over on this T side, right? m0NESY starting to come alive. Cynics giving us a great game. That's carrying over from the first half. And like I said, man, it didn't really matter who it was to step out, step up out of m0NESY or on care. It just has to be one of them. I think, if you couple that in with the game that Cynics is having, you could be in for something great. Here's the little lineup that m0NESY used. That's real sweaty.
Yeah, nice shots. Or being put to good use. Astralis don't have their own either, so going to be hard to try and deal with m0NESY. Void was doing a pretty good job in that T side in taking down the CT AWPer. But you can't AWP when you don't got one. m0NESY taking a weird angle for the mid hold. The rest of his team split up, one outside B, 3 taking A. It's going to push Astralis back to the bomb sites. Lots of flashes. And this looks like a B round, so good time to change it up. However, Altex is here, prepared, pushed up. Oh, it's a whiff spray. He panics. They have their back turn. And he could have held the shot, but instead, 6 HP, and Cynics will stand. Navi going to set up for this B split. 2 guys coming in on the mid play.
Yeah, and it's this late mid split that looks to do a lot of damage as well. If they're able to disrupt these rotations, that's only going to sweeten the deal for Navi Junior. One of these guys dead in this site. Vigo is still very much alive and kicking, but for how much longer? This mid-wrap has slowed down, but Vigo dies in the site. Vesta finds himself between enemy lines. He's between the guys behind, and he's got these 2 on a silver platter. Oh, the barrel even went across the screen. Yeah. I thought he would have realized. m0NESY just looked right at him. Oh, well, unlucky. That's an awkward way to lose that trigger discipline scenario. He's just trying to get as many out of it as he can. I don't think there would have been much wrong with taking the bomb and the 2 kills there.
Yeah, 2 felt like enough, right? How often are you going to get the chance to fire? It's pretty funny. Fire 3 bursts and no one react. No one's going to kill you. With 2, it's even hard enough to get the second kill before they react, especially at this level. So, a nice try though. Nice try. It was a pretty screwed situation, all things considered. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. More pistols for Astralis. RV towing the line of double digits.
Oh, man, I don't know, so much control taken at ramp. It's always scary to see, right? Like Navi Junior being this free to exert their will over the A bomb site. They've got the smoke wall down. That's going to keep Astralis talent trapped. They don't have these nades to deny the bomb plants, so maybe looking to go through with this flash, and yeah, that's the decision. Still, the bomb plants come in, all the kills follow up.
Ooh.
Were in favor of Navi Jr. That's until Vigo's kind of made this a little scarier than perhaps it needed to be.
Okay.
Ultex 1v1 versus Monacy. Molly on the bomb, but now he knows where this AWP is. Closing the gap. Ultex gonna land the Deeg shot, and the defuse will come through for Astralis Talent, picking up that full Deeg round.
How? How? Sick round out of Ultex and Vigo as well, but I don't know how that falls apart. There were more than enough players of Navi in that 4-on-2 to deal with the Deagles, but you feel, but some crazy shots out of nowhere, and Monacy falling in the 1v1, a rare case. But that's a big round for Astralis, right? That was firstly an eco, but it would have also been Navi onto 10. Instead, back to the drawing board and giving Astralis a free AWP. Navi are going to have to buy their own. Hasn't stopped the comeback, not at all, but has put some wind in the sails of Astralis, and much needed wind as they've had some trouble in the last few. Navi have really been building into the T side.
Yeah, Astralis Talent are going to have a long way to go before they break the money of Navi Jr. So this is going to be a bit of a brawl to try and approach that match point scoreline. With Void getting openers on this AWP, that certainly helps you out on the Astralis Talent side, right? Look at his quick reposition as well. He was just peeking deep in B main over that smoke. Well, now he's already back at A in CT. Monacy going to get here just ahead of him, just before Void is around that corner. And so the AWP is now gone. Struck out from the round. A lot of control given up in this A bomb site, and with Vesta falling, there's no one left to actively, you know, exert this pressure into the site. Vigo will get one. There's no elevator smoke down, so that angle was still open to him. And this A-Take grinds to a bit of an awkward halt.
Yeah, they're waiting for the bomb. It's taking its time. Hedrick's got to walk. He doesn't want to give this away. We've seen Astralis.
Something that is a little awkward here, right? Is they threw one of the two wall smokes in, and they never threw the elevator one, right? That
They've been doing that a lot as well, just to take fights. I think they want Monty on the AWP, just covering from sandbags. He's been doing that a lot, like this right side smoke, and he has been getting kills from it. So it makes sense, but yeah, gap there. He wasn't covering it. Luckily enough, Astralis, as things go quiet, they maybe doubt themselves and they fall out of the bomb site. That's fine. It lets you play retake. It's not the end of the world, but you've got to get through this AWP, and it's not making your life easy. Monacy picking off Vigo. Smoke coming onto the crane. That's good, but Monacy can play the sandbags with lots of cover. Good flash! Both T's blinded. How has that happened? They were both stuck in the open. Monacy eats the flash as well, but he hits the shot. And now the 1v1 with the player off the bomb. Monacy knows he doesn't need to peek. It's deja vu for the previous round, but this time he wins it out. 10 for Navi Jr. And that was terrifying with a double wide short players. No one anti-flash. Thank goodness Monacy closes it for them.
Yeah, that was almost a hugely misplayed round from the short guys. Like, I understand the wanting to fight and be able to support Monacy, but I don't know, man. In my eyes, the whole benefit of having the AWP set up on sandbags there is that he's got this freedom to take, you know, very long-range fights at quite a low risk. So the fact that both players are hanging out on short there, I would have loved to have had someone, you know, just playing that anti-flash, just so it's a little more comfortable in the win. Even if you have one of the guys on short, holding for like, you know, can rotate to ramp if you get smoked. There was just other ways that could have been a little safer, right?
Why are you both out?
Yeah.
I know there's a smoke down. Why are you both out? But yeah, you know, the smoke comes down and like the game plan there is like, oh, okay, we just play in front of the smoke, we trade the kill, what could go wrong? And then they get God Flash. So, you didn't want that to happen if you're Navi. But it's the m0NESY effect, man. He carries you through. He may have been slow to start, getting picked by Void on that CT side, but let him pick where he goes, and suddenly things look a lot better for Navi and for m0NESY as well. 22 and 14. This round has been won before by Astralis. They've picked up pistols. But you wouldn't bank on it, would you? Good bit of space taken by Mr. He's got ladder. But they're holding from the bottom. He can't flank yet.
Maybe something a little bit faster here, right? They're taking this ramp control again. Oh, m0NESY smoked off, and a player has just aggressed behind that smoke as it blooms. He could try and wrap the short side. Right now, no one is actually holding for this on a consistent basis. Occasionally, on timings, it's being checked right now by Headtrick. Everyone for Astralis in the site right now, and they even throw that deep ramp smoke, cutting off more of these angles for Navi Jr. There's the first. Mr. Deagle chiming in with the opener. A man down now. Navi Jr. They can't get panicked. They can't get spooked. They've got 15 seconds, so they've got to get into the site. They've got to find these openers. Mr. hidden in that ramp smoke finds 3, and he might be about to win this round almost single-handedly. Just m0NESY left. A 1v2. Oh, missed shot, running out of time. And there's just not enough chances, not enough time for m0NESY to win this one out. One man survives for Ultex, and it's another lost round to Deagles for Navi Jr.
Oh, that's twice on the A site, Harry. That's twice now. Dear, we need maybe mid-lurkers or something for Navi when they go up against Deagles, because apparently just, jumping into the A site is not the way to do it. Really good smokes for Astralis. Like the constant re-smoking on A is really annoying. The crane smoke, throwing one in front of default. They just never let Navi have the time to execute with their first volley of util. They keep having to wait. And then when the final smoke comes down at like 20 seconds, you call, okay, we can't wait. We've just got to go through it. And Mr. hiding inside with a big 3-piece. So 2 ecos have been won for Astralis in this half. That is all. That is it. Otherwise, nada. It's all been Navi. So it's kind of scary because, yeah, Astralis, they have the lead. They're holding on. They're looking good. But in terms of things to fall back on, in terms of what's working, we don't really have anything to say. You don't want to say, all right, guys, play pistols. You need to have faith in your gun rounds. But are we just going to end back up in what Navi have been doing in all these rifle rounds and just taking decisive victories? m0NESY looking to open up on A again. Void is here to meet him. But as is the case always, Navi throw this close smoke and they can get up short with it. They've chosen not to. Best is fighting through it. And the Orbs have yet to see each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, with how Navi Jr. have been taking this ramp control, you don't really get these like immediate gunfights here. It is very slow. It's very methodical on this approach. It's Void going to be relying on like late ramp peaks to get this AWP opener. Headtrick will come in on one of these mid-lurks. However, Mr. has already removed him from the round. Now Void waiting for this peak from m0NESY. Both AWPs locked on this angle, just trained in. Onkare going to be the guy to try and lead the charge onto this AWP. Missed shot for Void, and he doesn't get a second chance there because of the double peek. Onkare has opened up into the A bomb site. Rotations are in for Astralis. They've got 3 players here. Navi can't afford to run out of time again, so they've got to go.
Go they shout. Bomb getting stuck in a 4-on-4, and the cover is there. It's a good start for Navi, but how will they close? With m0NESY still up, having the AWP is a blessing here for Navi. It can be so lethal in this site. Astralis have got across through a lot of open angles and they're running out of util. Last smoke down on the crane again. This has been good for them to get retakes off, to get them started, as Navi are going to lose position. That one flash is perfect. Fear gets a kill. Cynics falls close. Oncare backing up alongside Fear, and m0NESY still AWPing from the sandbags. There's the trades, and they're going well for Navi. No one's on the bomb yet. Smoke's still up. We need cover, and Oncare's provided it. m0NESY, 4 health, doesn't matter. He's won the round alongside Oncare's rifle. And so Vigo gets out away from the bomb with seconds to spare. But Navi sparing no rounds, winning every single fall by. 11-13. And the Warriors back carry. Even though Astralis are in the lead, it just doesn't feel like it. This game, this T side has been all Navi's. Maybe now that Astralis are eco, well, hell, maybe they have a chance.
Yeah, you finally got to win one of these, man. Like, oh my god. And it's always this guy. It's always Mister.
Yeah.
And his annoying Deagle getting these openers. Even some follow-up damage. That's the AWP taken out as well. Like, that is a huge win for Astralis, you know. These 4 spies, even if this was pistols around 1 AWP, these are scary enough, right? The fact that the AWP is added into an armory of the M4 and the MP9, and suddenly you've got a very formidable buy. You're in a 5-on-4. You found success in these rounds with far less. The B play comes in. Oncare gets the opener. Vigo now, a lot of pressure on this guy with the AWP. He's been throwing it by Mister. And they're hoping he can show us the reason why. Trades a flash with Navi. He's waiting for his teammates to get into position. And now Astralis talent, they're all here. They've got to give this a go. There's the swing. The AWP already removed. Head trick onto a double. And he might be able to save the day. Head trick going to put an end to that little anti-eco round there. 12-13. And there's the hero we needed. It's this guy.
Yeah. 4 kills, massive, but you know, getting the first kill is everything, right? That AWPer on Vigo had the kit as well. Like, Astralis were there to win the round. They knew that eco was possibly theirs. And if the first kill comes in, if it's a 4-on-3, guns are available. Navi have no one in the bomb site. You know, that round can get out of control very quickly. So that's huge for Head Trick. Rivaling the top of his team alongside m0NESY. And we're getting a great game out of these 2 rosters right now, even if it is, you know, a tale of 1/2 per team. Can Astralis get back in with a full rifle round, double AWP?
Take m0NESY gonna, oh my god, did he just spam Void again up at ramp? He did. Oh my word. Okay, that's a way to get an opener. I can't believe m0NESY's been able to replicate these wall bangs again. Boy, just can't seem to catch a break in this head-to-head since the sides have swapped around. m0NESY, will he get rewarded? Vesta is considering this peak, and yet somehow that shot misses. I think m0NESY moves as he takes the shot. Head Trick has had to come in with the trade, but now what once was a 4-on-3 is a 2-on-2 that Vigo has just claimed the advantage in. That's the bomb dropped over on the short side. And for Cynics, he doesn't even know where this AWP of Altex lies. Can't find Vigo crossing out of short, and so Astralis talent are up onto 14.
This game is providing, it really is. Finally, a rifle round won out by Astralis as well. That's huge. They have not had any of those in this CT side, so now Navi getting put to the test, and their money as well. Right at the end of the game, right after this massive comeback, with a couple of close rounds, and with Astralis slipping the net with a rifle there, now Navi are buying Galils. It's not what you wanted. You've got to make do with it. Astralis might have finally found the solution right at the end of the map. Whoa. There's a start. Navi have not begun the open middle yet this game, so Monesi going there and finding a first is going to adjust the setup here for Astralis. Even if Monesi now leaves his position and goes and groups back on either of the bomb sites, oh, you know they're going to be weaker, especially now in a 5-on-3. Monesi stays mid. His team run up B, though. Cynics has the entry. Vigo's been smoked out. He's going to still try and fight, stop this bomb from making it into default. But they jump here, and it's a freebie. Trade does come through. It was a bit scary for a second. Vigo could have given it up. But luckily, Headtrick delayed repeat, puts us in a 4-on-2 and might force the save.
Yeah, Void Investor couldn't possibly give this one a go. So Navi Jr. keeping the comeback dream alive. I can't put into words just how instrumental Headtrick has been to this entire comeback, right? He might not be someone you look to get these fast openers like you do with Monesi on that AWP, but his trade work and just the kind of roles that this guy occupies within the team and the way that he does it are great. And I think having him in over Pogolov, at least on Vertigo, has only been a positive change. I've really enjoyed what we get out of this guy. In terms of knowing what's needed to win the round, I think he's got a really good aptitude for it, right? It was in that little 4v3 that started to slip away from Navi Jr. that Headtrick was the guy to close that gap once again and even give them a chance. That round there, he gets the key trade and bomb plant to win out the 4-on-3. And he's also right behind Monesi, even if you want to look at just raw kill count. Like, he's having a very good showing right now, is Headtrick. Look at this desperation buy for Astralis Talon.
Wow,
Right,
they didn't buy anything.
No, yeah, they've gone in with a few deagles around the saved guns.
One of them already put to use,
Hopefully they don't win this round again.
I mean, Harry, they got less than they should, so if anything, they're favoured now. And Navi are going back into where they've lost both of these anti-ecos. That's in the A site. Smoke's coming in. Astralis are a man up, though. This is still a very good position. AWP is here. They have one kit on Void as well. Monesi still standing, putting in the work, taking down Vesta. There's still guns to be given over. 3 rifles now for Astralis Talent on the retake. Now, playing close has often let Navi down because of flashbangs that Astralis have had. They've got none this time around, so Fear is in a very good position to cause some damage right now. Oh, Monesi gone to the AWP though. Fear waiting for his time to strike, and it's now. Instinct kills come through. He's traded, but time is ticking and bodies are falling. Mister's flanking 1v2. He's being caught. He does take the kill, but traded by OnCare gives Navi the round. Oh, it's on a knife's edge right now. That knife is in Navi's hand and is about to stab Astralis in the back. 11-4 half, and it's all on this full buy round.
Yeah, and you know, this is what we were sadly building towards with this comeback. If you're an Astralis fan, they're definitely the ones under more pressure now, right? Even when Astralis have picked up these little isolated victories, they've never been anything more than that, and that's because, you know, Navi Jr. have always had cash to fall back on. If you lose this round, you know, you're ecoing on Astralis Talent, or Force Buy, and I guess you're in round 30, right? So you're throwing everything in. But yeah, actually, with that last round being so expensive, Navi Jr., even they've lost that big old pool of money they once had. So this round really could decide the outcome of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a little more for Navi if you want to be pedantic. A bomb plant could give them a full buy for round 30, but yeah, you're really looking at the winner of this holding a lot of weight. That's a kill for Altex first, coming in on B. Cynic's dead again. Gone with the wind. And now Navi have to do it a man down, do it where it matters, up on this A site. Lots of numbers here for Astralis Talent. They're actually backing out. Are they getting the bomb or are they rotating? Because Headtrick's still patrolling this B bomb site and Monesi is coming to join him. Headtrick. Dry peaks are a dangerous decision at this point of the game. Altex is very low, and so he'll give it up quickly. Boosting.
Oh, I think he saw that, yeah. Altec spotting the boost. That's also a lot of information to get, right? That's requiring 2 players at least to even have that angle. So you're suddenly very suspicious about the B play. The rotates have come in accordingly. There's so many players here. And on Care, first man in with the bomb on his back. It's dropped over. Monzi left him what was a 1-on-4. Now 1v2, but he's fully surrounded and expecting him to get anything out of that. Well, that's wishful thinking. Astralis talent up onto 15. No money for Navi Jr. Let's go into the Astralis team speak as they embark on round 30. Cringe.
Eller hvad? Skal jeg tage den?
Nej, men jeg køber M4 selv.
Okay,
det er
så fint. Så har jeg alle nades.
Hvor mange penge
Er
har
det
de her?
plade nu, Alex,
Har de
eller hvad?
nogle- Jamen, det er plade.
Ja, det er det, Alex. Kom så, mand.
Flames rampe.
Mikkel, vær klar til hurtigt rotere mod B. Okay.
Laver I Flames rampe?
Ja. Jeg er godt spawn.
Mange af. Hvad så her?
Kan ikke se nogen.
Hvor zoomer. Scout,
Ja.
scout. Du er en scout.
Okay.
Jeg er cool.
Okay, jeg går ned på den her.
Lad være med at give ham entry med scout.
Ja.
Det vil være unreal dumt.
Booster!
Du rammer ham meget.
Ja. De er fucking low, det burde det være.
Okay, spil den sikkert, drenge.
Jeg flasher midt.
Vi kan
Det er
godt se
overligt,
Gabe
han
den
er
der.
dårlig ting.
Ja, jeg sidder også med.
Ja.
Hvad holder du på gambit, Andreas?
Jeg holder hernede
Han sidder,
foran
han
boksen.
sidder wallbanger.
Ja.
Jeg er stadig... Lød, flasher B eller B? Vi tager B.
Jeg kommer med.
Men han sidder
Ikke dø.
Det kan jeg ikke. Der er 3.
Kør
og
de.
søger her.
Smoke og molo.
Nej, det er lindæk, det er lindæk.
Et dernede. Jeg er dybt af.
Jeg sidder
trækker
snappe
Mads.
lige nu.
Ja.
Det er ingenting.
Jeg tager midt, spil 2
I ender med at
mobiler.
køre B. Gå med en B'er.
Jeg går over quad, så.
Jeg er bare midt her.
Kommer nok B rimelig sikkert her.
Du kan tage første kontakt, så kan jeg peek.
Jeg gemmer mig quad lige nu.
Jeg har også smoke. Okay.
Du skal bare spille den, Mikkel, og så... Okay, sand om lidt, Mads.
Gå bag
Du har
sand, Mads.
smoke.
Ja, det kan
Mads,
godt være
op og
midt.
hør
Sand
noget,
her.
Det
Mikkel.
kan godt være midt.
Nej, Void har midt.
Jeg har
Hvis
midt,
du
ja.
hører noget B, så smuk op foran dig. Bare
Der er
sådan en
højre
gang
klik.
her.
Noget under en nu.
Flash under af her.
Ja, bare sæt dig bag sand, Mads. Den anden
Ja,
sand.
30 sek.
Okay. De så mig der.
Træk,
Gå ned på
Void.
den.
Træk.
Ja, jeg trækker
jeg trækker
til.
her.
Træk og hold fast, Andreas, og så sand.
Ja.
20 sek.
Skal jeg holde gul måske?
B nu.
Hurtig smoke.
Trækker. Tiden. 10 sekunder.
Kør B. 10 sek.
Jeg dør ikke bare op.
Ned, bum.
Nice.
Bum er nu. De kan ikke nå det. De løb.
De når
De
det
kan ikke nå det.
Ja!
Ja, tak. Sådan, boys.
Nice.
Ja, man. Gå ud. Fucking snappy med bum.
Hello.
Well, it's not the most orthodox way to win a game of Counter-Strike. I can tell you that much. Hugo, you even walked off and sat down because you thought that was going to continue, mate.
Yeah,
They ran out of time. That one kill from Mr. dropping the bomb loses it for Navi.
I mean, Navi-esque, right? Very Navi-esque to lose a game like that. Round 30. Great comeback for Navi Jr. That was 11-4 half, and it goes the distance. But Astralis take the victory after all. Let's throw it back to the desk here for more Counter-Strike.